So we've seen how to evaluate logarithms if our base is 10 or e. We use either the logarithm button or the ln button on our calculators. But what if you're asked to evaluate the logarithm to the base, say, 2 or 5? Most calculators can't handle this, so we need to first change the base. Really, these are two examples of the same equation, but we'll walk through them both. So if we're asked to take the logarithm of x to the base b, but we're not happy about base b because it's neither 10 nor e, and we choose instead to take the logarithm to a new base. What we need to do here is choose a new base. The value for a will be our new base. We should choose 10 or e for this base, since that's what our calculators can handle. Now we simply take the logarithm of x, the original quantity that we were being asked to take the logarithm of, to our new base a, and we'll divide that by the logarithm of b, our old base, also to the base a. We'll see a few examples in a moment. For this next equation, it might be easier if I write out the ln of x as the logarithm of x to the base e. This is now equal to the logarithm of x, and since there's no base given, this indicates base 10, divided by the logarithm of e, also to the base 10. Essentially, with this second equation, you can see the first equation in action. Originally, we're asked to take the logarithm of x, but we're asked to take the logarithm of x to the base e. If you'd rather not use e, if you'd rather not use ln, in other words, you can change the base. So now you're going to take the logarithm of x to your new base. Don't like e, your only other option really is base 10. So we're going to take the logarithm of x to the base 10. We then divide that by the logarithm of our previous base, also to base 10. Let's try these. We're asked to evaluate the logarithm of 560 to the base 5. Because my calculator doesn't do base 5, I'll choose a new base. I'll choose to use a base of 10 in my calculations. So we'll take the logarithm of the original quantity we were asked to evaluate the logarithm for. That's 560, but we'll evaluate it to our new base. We'll divide that by the logarithm also to the base 10 of our previous base. So we'll calculate the logarithm of 560 to the base 5 by calculating the logarithm of 560 to the base 10 and dividing that by the logarithm of 5 to the base 10. Punch in log 560 divided by log 5 into your calculator, and you'll find it's 3.9318. In other words, 5 to the power of almost 4 gives you 560. Let's try the logarithm of 42 to the base 7. And we can estimate this. 7 raised to what power gives us 42? Well, I know that 7 squared gives 49, so the number we'll find here is going to be slightly smaller than 2. But again, I can't evaluate this directly because my calculator won't give me a base 7 calculation. So instead, I'll take the logarithm of 42, the original quantity we're asked to take the logarithm of, and this is to the base 10, and divide it by the logarithm of our old base, the 7, also to the base 10. Drop that into your calculator, and you find that log 42 divided by log 7 is 1.928, or just a little shy of 2. Similarly, we can find the logarithm of 122 to the base 12. Again, 12 to the power of 1 is 12, 12 to the power of 2 is 144, so I expect that I'll have 12 to the power of a number slightly less than 2 as our answer here. In any case, we'll calculate the logarithm of 122 divided by the logarithm of 12. Once again, We first take the logarithm of the original quantity we were asked to take the logarithm of, and then we divide this by the logarithm of our previous base. The new base that we're using here, base 10. You'll get 1.93328. And finally, we don't need to use the change of base formula to calculate the ln of 631 in most cases. But if your calculator doesn't have ln, you will have to change its base. Again, you might find it useful, especially as you're getting started, to write ln as log base e. So what we're really being asked for is the logarithm of 631 to the base e. Remember that e is just a number, and it's approximately 2.718. All right, so we'll take the logarithm of 631, the original quantity we were asked to take the logarithm of, and divide that by the logarithm of our previous base. In other words, divide that by the logarithm of e. In both cases, we'll evaluate the logarithm to the base 10. You'll find that you get 6.4473.